set down some packages, and now we're just walking around and we are going to try to hit 10,000 steps today. It's very hot in Greece right now. We're experiencing a heat wave and I would very much like to be somewhere else. Maybe in an island, maybe drinking some pina coladas in a beach bar somewhere, but that's currently not possible. I like this neighborhood here a lot. It's very green. I think I'm gonna go find a spot to also read. I started the vlog today, so I would much like to get a little bit progress on that. I didn't hit 10,000 steps today. I probably hit around 4,000 steps or so. We were walking for 40 minutes, but I'm very proud of myself because I got in the habit for the last years and I was not very active and I don't like going to the gym. But right now I'm trying to hit the steps daily and probably I will try to do one more workout later on this evening if I have the energy to do so. Actually, it has been a very hectic part of my life at the moment because work has been really stressful and I'm trying my best, so I'm trying not to push myself too hard. I'm trying to be gentle with myself and be my friend. So yeah, it was too hot outside. My dog could not walk anymore because it was really hot. Actually, I have not talked to you about my dog. His name is Flock. He's 15 years old. I love spending time with him and going on walks with him. But today was just too hot. I wanted to read my book though, but I didn't manage to do so. This is the book that I decided I'm going to pick up first. It's Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I know nothing about this book. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't know if it's enemies to lovers, if it's friends to lovers, but I have not read the synopsis. I have not read anything. So yeah, my plans for today: read my book, eat something good, maybe work out if I have the motivation to do so, maybe watch some Friends because they brought Friends back on Netflix for Greece and I love having that on the background. And if I don't see you during the day, I will see you tomorrow to update you on my reading progress. So thank you for hanging out with me today and I hope you liked our little walk. And we definitely did like it, but it was just too hot, so we had to come back. But yeah, I'm gonna read my book now and I will see you again soon. I have started this book so far. I have finished chapter 8. I am like 25% in and I am really enjoying this book. It is about a guy named Justin and a woman named Emma. Justin believes that he has a curse that every woman that he dates, after they break up, she ends up finding her soulmate. And Emma seems to have the same curse. Also, every guy she dates after they break up, he's getting married to the next girl that he meets. So they both think that they have the same curse and they want to break this curse. So Justin posts a Reddit post regarding this matter, and Emma replies to him. They talk to each other and they decide that in order to break the curse, they have to date each other and basically cancel each other's curse out. They think that when they will break up, then they will be free to find their soulmate, someone that they belong with. This is a 400-page book, so I'm still not even 100 pages in. But I love it so far. The guy is really funny. I find myself laughing at his jokes, even out loud, not just in my head. So I think that's a pretty good point to make. I also enjoy the writing. It's very descriptive. I really like the way that she's portraying the characters and the places and the dialogue. I'm fully engaged in this book. I think I will probably finish it today. I will try to because I'm enjoying the story and so far I don't want it to end. I don't know if I read a little bit more. I'm not sure if I will keep enjoying it because something happened in the chapter that I am in, and I don't know if it was good or bad. I will keep you posted. Do you remember this book that we were reading? So, yeah, I finished this. So, let's talk about it. As we said, the story follows Justin, who has a curse, and he thinks that this curse makes every woman, after they break up, to find her soulmate. And he posts on Reddit regarding this curse. And a woman slides into his DMs saying that she thinks that she has the same curse as well. Her name is Emma. The story follows these two people as they decide that the solution to their problem is to basically date each other so they can cancel each other's curses. And after they break up, they will both find the love of their life. This was very quick to read. I read it until like 2 a.m. It's not that it was that intriguing, it was just really well written, the pacing and the writing, and it was flowing really well. So it's not like I was too much intrigued on what is going to happen. Of course, there's also there's something lingering between these two people if they can or cannot be together. But I think the main thing that made me want to read it all at once was the writing, because I really think I enjoyed Abby Jimenez's writing based on this book. I also did not know that this was part of a series, and I think this is the third book, if I'm not mistaken. I know that probably there were Easter eggs or something that were referring to book one or book two, but I still enjoyed it. I didn't even know it was part of a series. So when I went into it, I got full context of who these people are. So it's not like I missed anything. I don't think I felt like I missed something. Of course, you can let me know if I did miss anything. But I will go back and read the other two books before this one. I don't know how I made this mistake and read the third book directly. But anyway, the book was really nice. I liked, as I said, the writing very much. I liked the guy very much. Dustin, he was a very good guy, and he was very funny, and I felt genuinely that he liked her too much. And they go through many things throughout this book. They have a lot of hardships to overcome. Basically, Justin finds himself in a situation where he will have to become the guardian of his three siblings, and Emma is living a life where she doesn't stay at one place for a long time. So she's constantly traveling, I think every 3 months or so, with her best friend. So when they meet and they decide to get into a relationship in order to break the curse, they set some rules in order for what it is allowed and what is not allowed. But at the end of the day, their circumstances are keeping them apart. There's also Emma's mother that shows up at some point, and she is also breaking some drama with her, and they both try to navigate this new reality Emma is suddenly finding herself liking this guy, but she also wants to continue traveling and not stay somewhere for a long period of time. And Justin doesn't know how to manage his life between being with Emma and getting the guardianship of his three siblings. So we see how they try to navigate these circumstances and how they try to overcome these obstacles. One of the good parts of this book also is the friendship depicted here between the two girls, and it was, I think, it maybe at some points I find it even better than the romance that existed in this book. But overall, it was a nice summer read. I'm very glad that I read this book. It is one of my now favorite books, I might say. Not a 5 star yet, but I think it's a solid 4 star. I really enjoyed myself. I wanted to read it in one day, so that is a huge green flag. And I really enjoyed the writing from Abby Jimenez, so I think maybe potentially some other book of hers might be my 5 star. So I'm gonna go and get more books from her so we can read together and determine if I can finally say that she is one of my favorite authors, and maybe she can pick me the 5 star that I desperately trying to find. That was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And now I am thinking of starting the next romance book that I have on my Kindle, and it is called One Italian Summer. I don't know anything about the premise of this book. I know that it's in Italy, so that seems like a fun summer destination. So yeah, I have been to Italy. I think I have been to Italy twice. I have been to Rome and I have been to Bologna. And I don't know where this is set, but if it's one of those two cities, I will probably have an even better time because I know and I have been there myself. But even if it's not, it's also nice because Italy is one of the most beautiful places I think I would love to go again. It's really close to Greece, so it's not that far away to travel there. I think I want to go back at some point. I want to go to south of Italy next time, and most likely I want to have like some sort of road trip. My boyfriend wants to buy a motorcycle, so I told him that when he does, I think I want one of our first trips together to be getting the motorcycle and driving around Italy and seeing all these beautiful places. So yeah, I'm gonna be focusing now on this book, and I will keep you updated with my thoughts. reached 36% of One Italian Summer. The book is very fast paced so far. We are following a woman. She is 30 years old, she is married, and she starts, after losing her mother, she starts doubting everything. She doesn't know if she wants to stay married anymore. She's having a hard time getting used to the fact that her mother is not around. Generally, we see her struggling at the thought of having to be by herself. As she describes, she thinks that her mother was the love of her life. Now she started having some doubts regarding her marriage with her husband. And one of the things that she and her mother have decided to do before her mother died was go on a trip to Italy, specifically Positano. And she decides after her mother's death that she's gonna go to Italy alone because she doesn't want to be there anymore, to be in her mother's house anymore. So we see her as she goes on this vacation, and she's slowly trying to do the things that she has discussed that she was going to do with her mother. She meets some people. I think there's some sort of magical realism in this book because she meets a woman that resembles her mother, and they start bonding with each other and becoming friends. And she also meets a guy there that he seems to be interested in her, but she's still married to her husband. So far it's a fast read. I think this book is not that long. I am already, it says, let me check. It says I only have 2 hours and 20 minutes left, and I'm currently in chapter 13. Yeah, it says that it's only 260 pages, so I have read 94 so far. So far, I like it. I think the way that she's describing the relationship with her mother is a little bit extreme in terms of describing it like it's the love of her life and she will never love anyone else as much as she loves her mother. I think it's a little bit uncomfortable to read, or it was a little bit uncomfortable to read at the start. Now that I am getting more familiar with the way she is thinking and the way she's describing things, I don't find it that uncomfortable anymore. But at the beginning, it was a little bit jarring the way she was describing the relationship. So far, it's like a 3-star book. I like it for what it is, but it's not like something I would recommend to someone. I don't think that it is very gripping or engaging. I am eager to find out more about the people that she has met in Italy and how she will end up feeling, and if she's going to overcome this grief that she's feeling at the moment, or how she's going to cope with it, as a better saying, not like overcome it, but like how she's going to understand it and accept it and try to help herself move forward. So I'm eager to read about that, but so far I'm almost like halfway through the book. It's not something that I will probably think about again after I'm done reading it, but I do enjoy the summer vibes, and she's describing how she's going to the beach, and she's describing Positano. I have not been there, but I have seen it on the internet and through other people's trips and travels, and I think that it's very beautiful, and I would love to go there someday. But she's describing it in a very good way. She's describing summer in a very good way, and you feel the summertime from the way that she's describing it, like she's describing the beach or the water. And yeah, it's very fun, it's very summery. And yeah, I will continue reading it, and I will update you once I finish it. So, hello again. I just finished One Italian Summer, and my overall thinking is that it's a very nice book. I think I'm going to be rating this book 3 stars. It was a nice story. It dwelled well on grief and relationships and how we let other people define us. I think it had a lot of interesting ways of depicting the way that someone can feel at home into the mundane things and the familiarity of relationships. And I really enjoyed it, but it's not like something that I would necessarily suggest to someone. After what I've told you, we start exploring more and more what is going on regarding our female protagonist and the hotel that she's staying and the people that she has met and how much they affect and how much they intertwine with her real life, and who is this woman that she met, who is this guy that she met, what's going on with this hotel that she's staying. I did not expect to be this kind of magic realism inside. Overall, at the end, I was pleasantly surprised with the outcome, and I was pleasantly surprised with the resolution that everything had. It's just that it was not a story that really fascinated me or that I felt really touched or something that I feel deeply about. I enjoyed it while I read it, but that's it. For me, it's not something I see myself rereading again, but it was a fun read. It was the last read for the summer romance vlog. I wouldn't exactly call it summer romance. I don't know why I thought it would be romance book. It had aspects of romance, but I think mostly it had aspects of finding yourself, finding who you are and what you want without letting other people define you. Overall, the journey was really nice. The writing was really nice. I'm glad I'd read it at least once. I'm glad I can have my own opinion regarding this book. And with that, we are concluding the summer romance vlog. And I think I might be reading a few more summer romance books before summer is over, but with the new plans that I have for August, that might not be the case, but I will try to throw in a summer romance here and there in another reading vlog. And of course, for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me and more reading vlogs. I have posted my August TBR, so you can go check that one to see what we're going to be reading through the month of August. And I hope I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for being here with me. Goodbye!